Right, just editing this video together. When I get to the end of the video and I say that I'm getting an error on the dash with the fog lights, ignore it. Keep watching to the end. It was an install error and it's remedied. Don't forget, OBD11 giveaway, 31st of October 2022. If you get me to 1,000 subscribers. Now we'll get into the video. Right, okay, back with another video. Now this is a video that I've covered before, fitting these lights. These are going onto my Mk6 Cabriolet. Obviously I've got them already on my other Mk6, sorry. I like them, which is why I brought another set. Now, from installing the last set, I learned like quite a lot with regards to the wiring and keeping it tidy. So you've got two options of where to wire to in your car so that they can work different ways. You can either have, so you got your DRL around the outside. Obviously the fog light section, that's going to plug straight into the fog lights. Comes with resistors, so they will plug straight in. So we've got no issues there. They'll plug into the fog light. It's this section on the back, plug into there. Now the wiring for the DRL section, it comes with this. Stop swinging. So you've got a ground and a positive. So you got, like I say, you've got two options for it to work with your DRLs. You've got three. You can connect it directly to your DRL wire, but I'm not going to do that. You can either go to the fuse box and piggyback off of the top line of fuses are all ignition live fuses. So you can piggyback off of one of those, and then the DRL section will come on when you turn the ignition on. Or what I will be doing is I'm going to be wiring to the glove box light, so that when I unlock the car, the DRL section will come on. You do have to break your switch on the back of your glove box though to do this. So if you don't want to go breaking your glove box switch, then your other option is to the fuse box. Like I say, from the last one, I learned quite a lot with the wiring and stuff, where to go to. So what I've done is I've been out and I've brought 5 meters of 2 cable wire. Any of you watch Bloodlands, I purchased this from the same shop that James Nesbitt purchased his welly boots from. Season 2, episode 2. Same hardware shop. It's all recorded in but not all recorded. Some of it is recorded where I live. So I am going to first up connect which side I'm going, driver's side first. So I'll get the wires connected, get these two connected up together using these quick locks. And then I'm going to put some heat shrink over the top. And then I need to measure from one fog light to the other. And I will then make a cut in the outer casing so that I can connect the other side using quick locks onto that. So it's one piece of wire. And then that piece of wire is going to run up to the glove box light. So I'm going to connect these up. Unfortunately, I can't do it on camera because I need 2 hands. And I'll show you once it's connected, and then we'll move on to the next stage. Right, so that's them connected with the quick locks. So we've got black, earth, red, live. So now we'll go out to the car and we'll start doing bits out there. Right, so out with the car. So factory fog light, new one. This is our wire. So we're going to take this one out. Then this wire is going to run from here through the back of the grille all the way across to the other side, where we'll then splice into this wire to connect up that one. So if you look at I don't think these are they're very good, these factory fog lights. They're not very bright for a start. But anyway, we'll move on to them. We'll get that out and we'll have a look at the two compared back to back. Right, so first thing we need to do is remove this grille. So if you hold here and just pull, and then you've got a T25 up in here to remove the fog light. So I'll get this fog light out and we'll compare the two. Right, so this here's the factory fog light. So it's all quite open and there's space for water to get in eventually over time. This is the new one that's going in, all sealed unit. And this is our fog light connector. So obviously we need to attach the resistor. So get that plugged in. So that just plugs into there and clicks into place. So open this, zoom up a bit. And then this one, I can't do this one-handed. I'm gonna have to plug this into the back of the fog light, just one moment. Right, so that's just the fog light on there. As you can see, the difference is massive. So that's the fog light connected. Now what I have discovered is, and I remember this from the last ones I installed, they've got this wide ran the wrong way on here. So you have to turn it up the opposite way to connect it in. You can see the light there on my jeans, how much brighter it is. So yeah, that's upside down. So you have to put it in round the opposite way. That side's, it's hard to explain, but you just push it in rather than clicking it in, it goes the opposite way. Right, let's get the DRLs connected. Right, so I'm going to start feeding this wire through. If you look down in here, there is a space through there, and you get it through the grill. I'm going to feed it all the way across the other side, bit by bit. So we'll get that across there. Right, so that's fed through behind the grill. Over here, so we'll take this one out. And it's just starting to rain, so I may have to stop. So all it is that's holding that in, one T25, and this just slides out. So I am now going to make a mark on this, get the other one lined up, make a mark on this just to cut some of the cover off, then I can crimp onto it to connect the DRLs. So we'll just sort that now. Right, so that's the wire through, this side connected. So we'll just slot that back in to its holes. And I'll get a screw in there, screw in the other side, and then we're just down to the wiring. So see if I can do this one-handed. Yeah. That just goes back into that. Right, I'm just going to do the other side and we'll put the grills back on. Just line that up. That's in there. Grill. I'm gonna have to use two hands for this because lining it all up. There's that grill back in place. Now I can't put this grill back in place yet because I've got this wire to feed through. So let's sort out the feeding of this wire. So let's have a look under the bonnet. Now we need to get this wire up. I'm going to run it through, round, and into the cabin. So I need to feed the wire up through here which again, I'm going to need 2 hands for, so just one moment. Right, that's the wire fed up through. If you haven't got 2 bigger hands like me, there's a space, just move this camera, there's a space down here you can get your hand down into, and you can feed the wire through to get to it. So that's in there. So let's get this grill back on. Just slot that in that corner first. Then you get this end and just line up that tab. Oh, no, need 2 hands. Just a moment. Right, that's back in there. Right, so this wire now is going to feed up through here. I'm going to push this out of the way, feed it through here, get it into this panel gap here, and then we'll be going into the car and hiding it all behind this rubber here, and then into the glove box. So I'll get back to you once I've got that bit sorted. Right, so that wire, I'm going to need a cable tie, I think, to just to cable tie that bit out of the way. And the wire's running up here to here, and then I've cleared it off from there. Now to get under this bit, just pop that down. I'm going to feed the wire in there, which again I might need 2 hands for, and then that's going to sit there, and we'll feed this down in through here. But let me just get this bit tidied up first. Yeah, 2-handed job again. Right, so that's tucked in down behind there. Obviously you are going to have to go very careful when you're going through this panel gap. You will need a screwdriver to push it in, and then it just drops down behind the lip. And then this bit here, there is a lip round the edge of this that I'm then going to tuck this into. And again, sorry about this, but it's all 2-handed jobs which are difficult to do. So if I get my screwdriver here, there's a void behind this outer section, so I'm just going to drop the wire in behind there, and it'll be behind here. Right, so they're in behind that void now. So now we're here. So then this is going to come under this rubber, down behind this section here, and into here. Just pop this off. So this is all flappy here. I'm going to take this out, which just pops out. And we can tuck these wires up under here. Get that one under there. Dirty fingers. Right, now we're into this bit. Obviously this here is your glove box light. Brown and cream is earth, ground, and the red is live. So I'm going to cut this back here, and then we'll be using these connectors again to go onto this wire. Obviously if you're doing this the other side, you're going into your fuse box, you just piggyback your live onto a fuse, and then you put your ground onto one of these chassis nuts up here, just connect it onto that. In fact, I might put my ground onto there. No, I'm going to go straight onto here. I'm going to go straight onto here. But like I say, if you're doing the other side, you can put your ground onto this nut here to the chassis, and that'll ground it. Right, I need to cut this, unplug this, and cut it back. Right. Oh, I need to shut these pins over, don't I? Anyway, so yeah, we've got live to live, ground to ground. So at the moment, come around the front of the car, you'll see that the DRL isn't on. If I go up here, open my glove box, obviously the glove box light comes on. If I come back around the front of the car, you'll see that the DRL is on. So what I need to do now is the destructive bit, which is going to be hard for me to show you, because basically down behind the back of here, get that manual out of the way, down behind the back of here where my finger is now, just pop a flash on, see if you can can't put a flash on unfortunately, but where my finger is, just here, is a switch. Have I got a torch in here? I did have a torch in here. My daughter was playing with it yesterday. Where did she put it? But yeah, there's a switch just here. If I push that switch, the light goes off. If I pull it back out, the light comes on. So I need to break this switch so that then when I lock and unlock the car, the DRLs will come on and off. So all it is a case of a pair of pliers on the switch, and you just snap it off. Obviously this is the way that I'm choosing to do it, because I want them to come on and off when I lock and unlock the car. You don't have to do it this way. You can go to your fuse box and piggyback off an ignition live fuse. Like I say, this is just the way that I'm doing it. I would advise other people, if they don't want to break things in their car, to go to the fuse box. I'm just going to get this switch sorted out. Right, that's the switch sorted. In fact, I didn't actually have to break it. There's a little push button. The little push button in the back of it, and the whole switch just drops out and down in the back. So I've not snapped it. It's there, so it can be put back into place should I ever wish to. Right, so we'll shut the glove box. So now, if we come around the front of the car, they're on. If I lock the car, they go off. Unlock the car, back on. Obviously you can see a bit of wire here I need to tidy up a bit. So that's them wired in. Not tried the fog function yet. Not particularly bothered about the fog function. Won't be using my fog lights anyway. But yeah, so that's how you install DRLs to come on when you lock and unlock the car. Like I say, these ones that I've got here, if I go around and turn my ignition on, you'll see they are now lit up, because they are running to an ignition live fuse. Excuse the flashing of the LEDs on the DRLs. And with these ones here, if I put my indicator on, so yeah, those ones around the lights are wired the same way, wired up through here into a fuse box in here. The top row of fuses are ignition live. If I just put on my hazard lights, you see that they're sequential. So turn those off. Let me just take a seat in here. So yeah, that's how you wire the DRLs. I've got a funny feeling that the fog lights aren't going to work. I'm not happy with the way that they're wired on the car, but right, that's the fog lights turned on. Just come around the front. Yeah, the fog lights haven't come on for some reason. I'll have to contact the seller, find out what's going on there. But the DRLs are working. I've got a feeling that the fog lights is probably something to do with those resistors that are on it. I'll do some more investigation into that. But the important part of this video is the DRL wiring. So like I say, you can go to your glove box, or you can go to your fuse box. I've gone to my glove box because I want them on and off when I lock and unlock the car. Go to your fuse box, they come on with the ignition. So that's how you install them. Any questions, please ask. I will chase up and find out why the fog lights aren't working. Might have another fiddle with the wires, see what's going on. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Right, just to cut in at the end, the error on the dash was an installer error. It was my fault. I got the plugs run the wrong way, so it wasn't working properly. So just switch you around. There we go, that's the fog's working in the centre. And the DRL, just come around into the car, just so you can see. Obviously that's on the fog function. No warning on the dash. Just turn the fogs off. Back round the front. That's just the DRL there. Just the DRL there. So all my lights on the front of my car are LED. So we've got the LED side light, LED H15 bulb, which is the factory DRL, and high beam. The only one I haven't changed is the H7, and I'm not changing my H7. That's remaining as it is. So just put the just turn the side lights off, go to auto. So now we are all white on the front. So yeah, installer error. There is no issues with the resistors. So that brings us to the end of the video. See you in the next one.